Okay, Assalamualaikum. Good afternoon, everyone. Shall I say our very lucky day today to have our dearest Professor Abd Karim Alias from USM. Thank you so much, Prof, for spending your time with us today. How are you?
Thank
How's
you.
everyone?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. Yeah, thank you
Okay,
for having me.
right. Okay, so as we have seen now, Prof, everybody is doing e-learning. Yeah, ever since MCO, everybody is trying to do e-learning, and I figure out that it's a good time to actually talk to a authoritative person such as yourself, in order for us to know more about what actually if we want to start e-learning, what must we do? Yeah, so I'm going to follow the same structure that we have agreed, which is I'm going to introduce you afterwards, maybe reading from your website. And then we are going to talk about what have you been doing. Yeah, I'm sure a lot. Yeah, so and I'm gonna point them to your website, obviously. And then especially important, Prof, is what are some of the practical tips that you can give to us, yeah, especially to educators. And then there will be some questions and answers, yeah. So for those who have not yet known Prof Abdul Karim, I would like to point you to his website, which is profkarim.com. You can simply go there and you get to read a lot. And also, please follow him on Facebook, because he will be sharing. I mean, in fact, he has already been sharing a lot, yeah, on Facebook. And this is what I like about this era of Facebook, Prof. Whatever we do, we can simply share, and then people will reshare from that, right? Okay, so let me just invite Prof Karim to start giving us, whatever he has in his mind, which I'm sure 1001 things. Okay, Prof, over to you.
Okay. Can I share my screen now?
Yes, of course. Yep.
Can you see my screen?
Okay. Yep.
All right.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you, Ponalita. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sejahtera and hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this session this afternoon. And thank you to Puan Anita. Thank you for having me in this DSG seminar series. And I'm actually feeling very, very excited. It's really a great pleasure to be to share with you on this topic. And this basically anything related to online or any words related to online is very close to my heart and something that I'm really, really passionate about. And today, I would like to share this passion with all of you, whether you have been teaching online or you have been doing some form of online teaching, or you have not done any form of online teaching. Today, I would like to share the reason why you should embark on online teaching, because it's such an exciting, wonderful, fantastic journey that I have been through in the last 30 years or more, 30 years plus, since 1989. So what educators should know? I hope, let me check the time, 2:34. Maybe halfway we can stop and we can look at some questions that you might have. Feel free to ask me any questions. I might not be able to answer all during this session, but you can continue. We can continue to communicate through the Facebook, or you can post also a question to my YouTube channel or to the Facebook, and I will try to answer. Right. So the title given to me to share with all of you today is about teaching online and what educators should know. So at the end of this, I hope there are a few things to take home points or take home learning points that you can take with you, something that's all practical and that you can apply hopefully directly. Now, I love this picture from this professional photographer from Thailand. So you can go to Pixabay, which is the public domain website where you can get all the nice pictures there. But I just like the boy there, the expression on his face with a laptop on his lap. So it just illustrates the point that learning everyone can learn just about anything nowadays. Yeah. So these are some of the things that I'm going to cover today. I will start by sharing my personal online journey, which I hope will not be misconstrued as bragging, but rather to the spirit of sharing and also to inspire you why you should embark on online learning if you have not done so. Then it's very, very important to start on the right footing. Of course, the what, the three W, the what, where, when, and so on. But to me, I think the right place to start is by understand the why, the philosophy, the underlying philosophy, the underpinning, philosophy that why we should do and why we should teach online and why we should embark on online learning. And before we even talk about teaching in any form, whether it's online or face-to-face, it's very important to begin with learning in mind. Okay, so that's probably, again, the right point to start with. Then I will talk about be a learner first. Before we become a teacher, we should become a learner. We understand the perspective of a learner. Then only we can plan and design our online course. When we do teaching on online teaching, we can understand when we can have the empathy because we have been an online learner. Then the core, the crux of this sharing this afternoon is basically what educators should know. Are there any kind of secret recipes? Well, maybe or maybe not. So I would like to share what I call the not so secret recipes. Okay, at least from my own perspective as a practitioner. And the many forms of teaching online. Basically, today, my presentation is only one form, which basically I'm pushing content to you, transmitting kind of information, and hopefully which will become knowledge later. But there are many other forms of teaching online, okay? So today is very much teacher-centered. There's no interaction, not so much of interaction, because I want to maximize the time to share everything that I can within this short time. And what are the platforms? If you want to go teaching online, you need to have a platform. That will become your launching pad to teach and to have your courses online. So I'll be talking about the platforms. Another thing I would like to cover is about create or curate. If you can create original content, go ahead, by all means, create original content. But if you can't create, don't despair. You can curate. So what is curate? What is curation? The meaning of curation and how you can also be part of curator or become a content curator, not only to become a content creator. And finally, hopefully I hope I can share some tips with you on the online course design, but I'm not going to go or dive very deep, just basically some tips that you can hopefully take away from this presentation. So it seems like there are many things that I'm going to talk about, so I better start now. All right. And as a gift, as a free gift to you, because you spend your time this afternoon, so I'm going to give you a very comprehensive online course for you for free, of course, FOC. The title is Transforming Your Class into an Online Course. This is actually a very comprehensive course, and I will give you the link to this on the last slide, okay? And
Okay.
also, yeah, and I also have 97 slides to go through, but don't worry so much. I'm going to give you all the slides, the link to download the slide at the end of this presentation, okay? So you can have everything today. All right. So is it okay on your side, Ponanita?
Yes, I can hear very clearly, Prof. Yeah, go ahead. I'm just going to
Very
minimize
clear?
mine.
All
Yeah,
right.
very
Okay.
clear.
Okay, I will start now. Let me start by sharing some personal story, how my journey began. I'm talking about my online journey, okay? It was, before that, I have actually written quite a number of blog articles in my blog. So if you want to learn more, the more detail about my life in online education or online learning and why I love it so much. I love it so much. Every time I talk about online education or online learning, I get a goosebump. Just feeling so passionate about it. So feel free to read this article in my blog. You just go to my website, profkarim.com. You will find all the links to all my web presence or platform that I have online. And I've written some other articles also on the blog. Okay. So I love online learning, online education so much that I wrote in this long article how I leverage online education to reach out to learners beyond the physical boundary of the classroom. Okay, so feel free to explore and to read the articles. And that's the link. Okay, I blog on Medium now. Medium is one of the new blog platform apart from WordPress and also Blogger, Google Blogger. I have also a blog on WordPress. I have a blog on Blogger as well. But nowadays I blog on Medium. So if you want to read all my blog articles there, just go to this website and you'll find all the articles there. Okay, my journey began perhaps anything related to computer, to online, perhaps we started back in 1989. This was a time when I started my PhD. So when I was doing the PhD there, I bought my first computer from the money that I saved working in the Gillette factory, Gillette, the shaver. So I worked for 3 months before I start my PhD after my master's, after I completed my master's. Worked for 3 or 4 months. Then I saved enough money to buy my first ever computer, which is a Macintosh single drive, black and white screen, and very clunky keyboard, and very clunky mouse as well. But that was the beginning of my journey. As Lao Tzu said, a journey of 1,000 miles begin with a step, begin with a single step. So this was my first step, my first foray into the online learning, online education. And I have come a long way from 89 to now, that I have now my presence in online platform. So for example, I'm teaching 2 courses on Udemy platform, and I will share some of the courses that I have on Udemy platform. So these are the 2 courses I have on Udemy platform now. Feel free to go there, and this is actually not free, but if you want to access it free, just email me, just send me a message on the Facebook or YouTube, then I will give you a free coupon to access this course. And I also have courses on Skillshare, which is another online platform where you can teach for free, but you can sell your course. The same thing on Udemy, you can teach for free, but you can sell your course here if you want to earn by selling your online course. But if you want to teach for free, by all means. So these are the 3 courses I have on Skillshare. So I have come a long way from 1989 till now, where I embark on online teaching, online learning as a student as well as a teacher. And I have created many other online courses. So this you can find, you can access for free on our USM MOOC platform. You just go to USM MOOC, MOOC, Google USM MOOC, then you will come to our MOOC platform. You will find all these courses accessible free. So I welcome all of you to register and join the course. And I have also my presence on my YouTube channel. So just go to YouTube and search for my name there. Then feel free to subscribe, because I upload videos every week almost, especially now on I made a video on online, everything related to online because of the situation now. So I hope you can visit and subscribe to my channel. And I'm happy to say that since 2009, when I have this channel, when I created this channel, I have about 700,000 views. And in terms of watch time, 38,000 hours worth of watch time, and 3.5 thousand subscribers. Nothing to shout about, nothing to shout about, because as you can see, the influencer among the celebrities and so on has 100 times more than that. But it's okay. This is actually an educational channel. Now, just to share with you the personal experience, the satisfaction of doing online teaching or teaching online and having your content available on many different platforms online. For example, I received hundreds of email like this. For example, you can see, someone sent me a chocolate. He was actually a consultant based in Geneva. He sent me a chocolate as a token of appreciation because he liked the video that I have on YouTube so much. And as an appreciation, he sent me a chocolate. And this is a chocolate that he sent me. This is a long time ago, many years ago. And this is something that really make meaning or give meaning to what I'm doing here as an online educator. And there's another email that I get from a student from Ghana. After he used some of the teaching video that I have on my YouTube channel, and he really appreciated how he actually benefit a lot from the videos that I have on my YouTube channel. And there's another one. So those are some of the examples of how you can get feedback in the form of email, in the form of questions, in the form of comments. Some are positive, some are negative. But fortunately, I get more positive than negative comments. But I use this as a feedback to improve my online content, to improve my online teaching. Now, throughout the 30 years plus of my involvement, my journey in online, some of the milestones that I want to share with you. I get the opportunity to help the government, to help the Ministry of Education, Higher Education, to come up with this Malaysia Education Blueprint. I was involved heavily in writing shift number 9 here on globalized online learning, together with my other colleagues, Professor Hanafi Atan, and members from MEPTA especially. And this is because of my kind of involvement in online education as is being appreciated. The knowledge, the experience, can benefit other people. And MOOC, some of you probably have heard about MOOC, Malaysia, a massive open online courses. So I was also involved heavily in Malaysia MOOC, helping the Ministry of Higher Education to launch our Malaysia MOOC involving 20 public universities. In 2014, we launched this MOOC successfully. So this is actually the highlight or the milestone of my online journey in terms of contributing back to Malaysia. And at that time, the minister was YB Datuk Sri Idris Juso. This was actually taken in his office after the meeting. And this my close good friend, Professor Hanafi Atan. He was the chairman of MEPTA at that time. MEPTA is actually the Council of e-learning coordinators from the 20 public universities. And I was a co-chairman of the MOOC committee at the national level. And the journey of the MOOC journey that started in 2014, it was one of a kind national initiative that became an example to the world. So we actually came up with this coffee table kind of book here to record or to narrate the whole story of MOOC Malaysia in 2014. Okay, so you can actually download this book online. You can get a full PDF of this book. Just Google Malaysia MOOC, the journey book. Then you should be able to get the link and download the book. I have one chapter there, so feel free to read the book. All right, now, why would you teach online? So the why, and hopefully I can convince you, because I've been doing this for a long time, and I still feel very, very excited when I talk about online teaching. And in fact, during this work from home period, during this PKP or MCO, I think I'm more productive in terms of creating content, maybe partly because of the need to help our USM staff, but also the same content that I created can benefit others as well. Now, why teach online? Okay, I can make this interactive, but again, for this session, it's basically pushing the content to you. So I'll be just talking throughout this presentation. Well, I have written actually one article called, the title is Secret Garden and the Global Classroom, How to Step Out from the Physical Boundary of Your Classroom. Again, you can find this on my blog or on my blog publication here in Anecdotes of Academia, or in my own blog. Here I actually wrote about the reason why would you want to embark on online learning, simply because of the opportunity to really reach out millions of learners beyond the physical boundary of your classroom. If you can teach thousands of people around the world, why would you stop or confine yourself within the small boundary of the physical classroom, right? We have the tools, we have the technology, we have, everything that we need to go online and teach online. So this is what I really want to convince you to join me on this so-called online bandwagon. So it is really exciting to be part of the learning revolution happening around us now, with new learning paradigms and technologies emerging on a daily basis. So this is what nowadays we call it learning on demand. You don't have to attend the 4 years at the university to learn in a formal environment and get a degree to be a smart person. Nowadays, you can just go to YouTube and you can learn just about everything that you want to learn. So this is what the concept of just in case, just in time, just enough, and just for me. This is what we normally call as learning on demand, okay? And as you can see, if you've been following what's going on in the world of online education, there are so many new innovative ways how education can be done, can be delivered to everyone. So there are many new innovative ideas here, so many new platforms. For example, you can see here, Global Freshman Academy is now early admission. There's a new model of how the university can offer transfer credit for online classes, meaning that if you take a few credit courses from one university, it can be transferred to another universities easily. So this is happening now, inshallah, this year, and moving forward. We have something what we call micro-credential. That's how we can make education or online education even more flexible. Now, before we talk about teaching online, let's talk about learning first, okay? And again, I have another article on my blog here. I've written about learning, why you should continue to learn. So if you are an educator, don't stop learning. Well, if you are not an educator, also don't stop learning. So these are some advice that I wrote in the article to become a truly professional educators. What's the meaning of professional educators? What's the meaning of professional? So it simply means that professional is someone that is competent in their job. So if you want to be competent educators or professional educators, don't stop learning. Having a PhD is not the end of it, but it's only the beginning. So this is my favorite so-called icon in terms of the idola, Professor Walter Lewin from MIT. He's a professor of physics. He said, knowledge does not narrow. Knowledge only adds. And without knowledge, many experiences in life remain very narrow and very shallow. Such a powerful words from such a prominent educators from the prominent university. So, and these words from Abraham Lincoln, or attributed to Abraham Lincoln. He said, "I don't think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday." Okay? So, my dear colleagues, participants, students, whoever online now following this session, before we even talk about teaching, before we teach others, before we teach people, we ourselves have to become the model of a good learner or a good lifelong learner. So view learning as an adventure. If we view learning as an adventure, it's going to be fun, it's going to be excited, and you will never want to stop learning because it's such an exciting adventure. With learning, effort, exploration, and practice, people can always keep growing. So learning is about growing. If you learn effectively, learning will lead to change of behavior. Learning will lead to, ability to perform, competently in your job and so on. So, since we talk about learning, so first, we have to become a good model of a learner, a student. So be a learner first. If you want to teach online, I would say, first, be a learner in online courses. If you have not been a learner or a student of any online course, well, you're not ready to teach online. That's my personal opinion. So if you have not done that and you have the intention to become or to teach online, go and register in any good online course and explore, complete the course so that you can experience what is it like to be a student on the student side, okay? And I think Nazrin is here following this webinar, I hope. And while I was preparing my slide last night, it just so happened that I came across Nazrin's Facebook. And when I read this, it just so happened that I'm going to talk about this tomorrow. So I captured the screen and I asked permission from Nazrin to share this one. Yeah, let me just quickly read how I run my virtual class. By the way, Nazrin, if you don't know him, he's doing doing all sort of training. Previously, mainly face-to-face, but now he's going online because of the situation now. So we check out. He's doing a lot of good training. He said, "How do I become a better virtual teacher? The best way to learn is to attend a lot of online classes, sign up for a lot of MOOCs, and just experience various delivery style as a participant. Sometimes as facilitators, teachers, lecturers, trainers, and coaches, we are blind to the learning experience because we are not on the receiving end." That's very true. That's a very powerful word. That's why I think I want to show this one. We tend to have blind sight, so as a teacher, sometimes we have this blind sight. Sometimes we tend to forget when we were a student. So sometimes we have a tendency to, blame the students, they are lazy, you are not creative, we are not very independent, but we forgot the time when we were students. So the empathy, the blind side, we need to be aware of. A good leader is also a good follower. Likewise, a good teacher is also a good student. Okay, so thank you very much, Nazrin. I think this is actually nicely fit into what I want to say about being first an online learner. So
sorry, Prof. Sorry to interject. That's actually a very good, powerful words, from this list of trainers. I'm following most of them. So I can see a lot of trainers are also doing online training now because they cannot do face-to-face, right? So they have to move to the online side. And I do have a list of people that I follow every day, especially you. Of course, I follow your YouTube link, but there are these trainers who are focusing on specific needs. right?
Yes.
And I believe that is so true. As a trainer or as a teacher, lecturer, we need to experience the learning process itself. Yeah.
Exactly.
Prof, are we
Yeah.
okay to take some of the questions because I
Sure.
think we
Yeah.
overwhelmed with it?
Anytime.
Okay. So
Anytime.
one of the questions asked here is, a question for you for online learning. What is your advice, to use MacBook or to use Windows laptop? This is from Nulman. Yeah. What's your
That's
advice?
we're talking about the device.
You're talking, yeah, he's talking about the tools. Which
Sorry.
one? Yeah.
Uh, well, it doesn't really matter. I think it should be device dependent. I'm
Yep.
using Mac, of course.
Mm.
Uh, hello, Anita.
Yeah. Can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Oh, yeah. I
Yep.
can hear you. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm using Mac, of course, and I've been using Mac since 1989.
Mm-hmm.
But PC is perfectly fine, or you can use tablet, or you can use any other Android-based Windows, Android. So it doesn't really matter. It should be device independent. Yeah.
Mm, okay, right. And then also there's this question about COVID-19 forces us. The word is forces, yeah? Everybody is thrown to do online learning. So what's your specific advice on, like, for example, you said just now we have to start learning, but in this kind of situation, sometimes you don't have time for learning, you simply have to do it. So do you have any short advice for that? How do we
Yes.
actually go? Yeah.
Yeah, since the situation actually kind of forced most people who have not even done any form of online teaching, online learning. So this is that's why we don't call what we are doing now a proper so-called online learning. And that's why some people coin the terms emergency remote teaching, which simply means just to cater for the situation, for the crisis. So we just get into online and do whatever we can as long as the classes can carry on.
Yeah.
So within this kind of short time, those who have no experience at all, that's why they have this a time where they need to pick up and learn a lot of things. It can become overwhelming, and they may not be able to do a so-called proper online learning, meaning that with the proper instructional design and so on. But I think it's okay for the time being to start
Yep.
with. Yeah,
Yep. I
but
totally agree, Prof. Yeah,
but
because I do
slowly,
know.
yeah.
Yeah,
But slowly
still
they
you
have to
move
pick
on,
up
right?
this. Yeah,
Yeah. The I think the most important thing is to have the objectives of the lessons achieved, right? So for
exactly.
example, I
Yeah.
do know some teachers simply because some of the students cannot access, they don't have internet connection, very high, and then they
Mhm.
simply use WhatsApp.
Yeah,
So which I think
it's
it's,
okay.
yeah, it's okay
Yeah,
as long as and then you move on and try and do Google Hangout, or simply record your PowerPoint and then send to your students. So I think everybody is trying their best, right? Okay, Prof, I'm going to let you go on because there are more questions coming in, so perhaps
okay.
go on to your slide. Yeah.
Yeah. Just to extend on the point, do whatever we can within the time that we have now. As long as we can reach out to all our students, no one left behind, no one is deprived of learning.
Yep.
We may not be able to deliver the proper online learning. Some people argue about, they are so concerned about, oh, they're not doing online, no, what they should be. But to me, it's okay for the time being, and slowly we can pick up the new skill and expand and design the course to really become a more proper um, online course. Okay.
Right.
Now,
Okay.
when we talk about learning, there is no there's so many different ways, so many different platforms out there that we can start to be a learner. So, example, I just run through some of the example here, some of the popular platform like Coursera here, Udemy, one of my favorite, uh, Skillshare. Okay, yeah, this example of a courses on the Skillshare. This actually old screen capture. Right now they have I think more than 20,000 courses on Skillshare. LinkedIn Learning. I'm also a student. I'm a student on Coursera. I'm a student on Udemy as well as a teacher. I'm a student on Skillshare as well as a teacher. I'm a student in LinkedIn Learning platform, but I cannot teach there because they don't They don't open up easily to other people to teach there. I'm a student on iVersity, but I don't teach there. And masterclass is the latest that we have. This really Hollywood kind of quality of online class. Those teaching on masterclass is actually celebrities, but just go and just browse the website and you can see how things has changed nowadays, how people can teach. Anyone can teach as long as you have the skill and knowledge that you want to share. And with all this learning, you can actually collect the evidence of your learning. You know, if you go to Microsoft Education Center, I think Anita can tell us more about this, right, Anita? You can take a lot of free courses there. At the end of the courses, once you completed everything, you get the badges, the digital badge here. So yeah, I have a lot of badges from Microsoft.
Yeah, looks like you're fun.
Yeah. So I can say that I am a good online learner or online student. So I'm in the position now to understand how it feels like to be on the student side. And therefore that probably qualify me now to go into teaching online because I know what it's like to be on the student side. So don't stop there. You can learn in many other places. And this is what I want. I want to stress this point about learning, continue to learn. One of my favorite website here, which for a long time, this is one of my favorite site. I have it on my phone. I save it as the home button, the home screen on my home screen on my phone. Faculty Focus is one of my about 5 favorite website. You can learn just about anything that you want, including to teach online. E-learning industry is another of my favorite online platform. Wonderful, fantastic website if you want to learn just about anything on online learning or how to teach online. E-learning industry is indispensable to me. Another website, so I just run through some example. Attend a webinar like what we have now, okay? And now I think we can find time to attend a webinar. I attended webinar from overseas sometime at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. In the morning because I really want to learn a lot of things about online. But now we have a lot of people sharing on online webinar now, even in Malaysia. For example, this one coming up very soon. I don't know if Chua Kiman is listening. This one on Thursday, 16 April. I'm just promoting for them. Okay. Now, so start to learn, start to become an online learner. Before you are ready to teach online, the mindset has to be the right mindset. It's all start with the mindset. So when we talk about mindset, as an educator, we need to have the growth mindset. Not only our students, we ourselves need to have the growth mindset. So transitioning from physical classroom to online classroom is not that easy. So we need to have a growth mindset to keep learning new things, keep learning new skill, so that we can continue to grow. So the first one, mindset. The second one, you need a skill set. If the mindset is right, that's a good start. But then, if you want to teach online, you need to have a specific skill set that would enable you to teach online comfortably and you are competent to do it. So in terms of skill set, you are the subject content expert. That's fine. But you need to learn about the pedagogy or the andragogy, whatever you want to call it. You know, you need to have the pedagogical content knowledge. You know, how to teach your content in using the sound principles of pedagogy or andragogy. Then you need to learn the tools, the application, the tricks of the trade. So these are the things you need to develop as part of your skill set or as part of your toolbox that you need. So the mindset is right. You have the right skill set. Then you have to continue to practice. Practice, practice, practice. To the extent that it becomes your second nature, you don't even think about it. You can create your course on the fly. You can create video on the fly. You can create content on the fly, literally on the fly, and make it effortless, not painful, but effortless. Okay. So now the third one. If you really want to survive and be sustainable in doing things online or teaching online, you need to keep that momentum. You need to keep that motivation. So in order to keep that motivation, you need to get yourself into the right circle of people sharing the same passion. I can't stress this enough. Get yourself into the right circle of people sharing the same passion, because this is what will keep you going on, will keep you ticking, will keep you highly motivated, because you are sharing, your passion with the people, with the like-minded, people with the same interests. Okay, so this I just want to show you what I mean by the right circle of people. So these are some of the people that I have, been lucky enough or fortunate enough to be associated with, working with these young people. Most of them, I get the energy from them. I get the kind of the motivation also from them. They are really inspired me. And my friend there, Professor Hanafi, I really miss him. Also were part and parcel of this. And over the years, I have made friends with people like Adam Brimo, Zaid Ali Al Sagofia. The early days when I started blogging, this person was actually, Zaid was very active at that time. And this is a type of person that will criticize you. Doesn't matter whoever you are, he will
Yeah.
criticize you. Then you have to take it positively. I like him because of that, being very critical and just tell you bluntly what you did wrong and so on. So Zaid, if you're listening, I love you. And of course, we have all this.
I'm sure he'll be in later, Prof. He's busy doing his BM Sejuk course. Have you seen
Oh,
BM
now.
Sejuk?
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. And of course, we have like Professor Zulaika, Professor Roshan, and so on.
Roshan.
So these are the people that has inspired me, motivated me, and I have learned a lot from them. Okay. Now, talking about being in the right circle, I want to urge you, to encourage you, go to Twitter. If you understand Twitter, I have followed a lot of people on Twitter. Who are the people that I follow? I follow about 300 plus people. These are the people that basically related to education, related to higher education, related to online education. And these people, they don't tweet rubbish. They don't tweet rubbish. I think I follow Anita as well. Okay,
Not so
so
much, Prof. I'm not
yeah,
so much. Yeah.
so but
Just doing for money. That's it.
yeah, but it's okay because these people will share only the best thing, selected things, useful things on anything related to online. And over the years, I have learned a lot from all these people that I follow on Twitter. So these are some example. George Koros, my favorite here. Michelle Pekansky, of course, Anita. I must put your picture here, there also here.
Oh, thank
Tom
you.
Coleman. Tom Coleman. Just Google him. He's basically, I learned so much from him. Okay. So that's being in the right circle. Be a learner. Be in the right circle. Now, moving on, going into teaching online now. Maybe at this point, I can pick up one or two questions, Anita.
Yeah. Okay. So there are many. Oh, Zaid is actually here. So he said, right.
But
Yeah, Zaid is actually there. So the reason why I don't want to include them, we can actually have 6 people on board, Prof. Yeah, in StreamYard. But I find it with presentation, you actually need to focus on the slide. So if you have too many in the webinar, then it will be clunky, yeah, and messy. So we can actually have 6 other people joining us together, but maybe that will be for another time, yeah,
yeah,
later when
yeah.
we are very familiar now. Right.
Oh,
So among the questions, hang on. Okay. So Jehanna asked, as an instructor and a mother, I cannot help myself to compare how teachers are conducting their online subjects. So, for example, teachers teaching chemistry and ed math, the very technical subject where you need to demonstrate, I think. So, what are your thoughts on this? So, different teachers will have different way of
yeah.
doing things. English teachers would love online learning so much because we have resources online every time. But what about other teachers? Yeah, ed math, chemistry, and all. Yeah. So, if you
Yeah.
can.
Of course, that's why when I have the slide on the screen now, the many forms of teaching
Yeah.
online, right?
Yeah.
And there are many ways of doing it. People say what there are more than one ways to skin a cat. I don't know why they say skin a cat, but there are so many ways of doing it. So many different tools. That's why we need to expose or to learn all these so-called tricks of the trade. Different kind of subject need different kind of approach. If you are teaching mathematics, for example, you might want to talk and write and explain like the Han Academy one. So for that, maybe you need to have a good tablet, like an iPad or any form of Android tablet, Microsoft Surface or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, like what Zaid is doing also. But if you uh, but the bottom line is yes. It depends on the nature of the subject. You can find the right tools, find the right strategy, the right approach, and the right design to deliver that. But of course, during this session, I don't have much time to really elaborate on that.
Yeah.
That could be 1 or 2 days actually on-site workshop that we can
Workshop,
conduct.
yeah. Okay, so maybe there will be, if I believe there are enough interest right now, so later once the PKP MCO is over, maybe we can organize something like that. Yeah. Okay,
Sure,
Prof,
sure.
the next one is since MCO, many of us struggle to do online teaching with zero experience. Yeah, so I can imagine, and myself, I've been doing this for 16 years, and still there are so many things that I don't know. But as you said, so every day you have to keep watching and learning, right? And
Yes, yes.
frustration, I am very frustrated. But then now she is stuck with how to do practicals or assessment. So imagine you have to teach online, and then you have to assess your students online. So any quick tips on that, Prof? Practicals and assessment online.
Assessment is a difficult subject. That's why I think in the next this week, next week also there will be a few titles on assessment, and
Mm,
not only now and not only online assessment, we have been assessment is one of the areas that has been kind of lacking or neglected, and one of the skill, even face to face, not only online, that has been quite lacking. I would say so. Yes, struggle is always there,
yeah.
and of course, everyone will start with zero at one point at some point in their life.
Mm,
So don't get discouraged if you have no experience at all on online learning, and now you have to kind of uh, do it by not by choice but because of the situation. Do it whatever you can,
yeah.
but after this, slowly continue the momentum, learn more, and learn to do it in a more proper way.
Mm.
And the aspect of design, the aspect of creating content, the aspect of assessment, the aspect of creating learning activities, there's so much to learn, and Rome was not built overnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So there are a few questions there on assessment. So I think what we can do later, Prof, is to link them to, if you have any resources on webinar for assessment, then we can then feed to this audience. Yeah. I
Yeah.
am sure, but I do know that most of the teachers are using Google Form or Microsoft Form. So simply create the quizzes, and then the students will come and then do it online, and it has to tally with the objective that you are teaching, maybe on that week. So that's a very quick one, a quick assessment done online, right? So
Yeah.
maybe we let you continue and finish off before we take on others. This is a very popular webinar, Prof. We have about 120 online now, and they
Oh
don't
wow.
want me to stop. Somebody
Oh wow.
said, please don't stop. So I'm not going to stop. I'm going to allow you to go. Yeah, go on.
Okay. Um, yeah, maybe we can do one on assessment
Yeah,
later. I mean,
maybe.
next
Yeah.
week or
Okay.
yeah. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Now, let's talk about the many forms of teaching online. Okay. Um, it can be as simple as creating a so-called content-based online. What does it mean? What do I mean by content-based online course? Something like this. If you go to Udemy and register in the course, basically they are pushing just content. It's video based. So let's say the 2 hours course will be a series of video. and in the video, the instructor will teach you whatever that they want to teach. So the student will passively listen to the content and hopefully learn something, the skill or the knowledge that they're supposed to learn from the course. So these are kind of online course that's probably easiest to create. You're just pushing content, okay, transmitting knowledge or giving the information. And usually this is usually video based, okay, and very teacher centered. So within the time that like now when everyone has to go online, I would say, never mind, start with this one. But the strong advocate of online course, they will say, no, oh no, this is not online course. This is just, replicating what you do face to face in the class and put it online. But I don't want to say this kind of words because that can be discouraging for people who have no experience at all in online course. Let them do it, start somewhere, and then continue to improve. Okay, so don't get discouraged when you listen all these kind of words. Another type of online course is what I would say, and this is what a strong advocate of online learning would say, this is online course. This is a proper online course. And this is what I call comprehensive online course. And I'm showing my own example here. This may not be the best, but it has some elements of so-called comprehensive online course. So feel free to go to USM MOOC, or you can Google the name of this course, Engaging Online Learners, and my name. You will come to this course, and this is free. So you can register online. But this is an example of where you design the course using a proper so-called some elements of instructional design, using the proper approach. You have content, you have activities, and the activities also are designed at different levels for cognitive engagement, for different kind of engagement. Then you can have assessment, you can have reflection. All these are packaged together. All these elements of the good online course design is packaged together in one course. This will take time. You cannot create this course in 1 day or 2 days unless you have all the content and you have all the material and so on. This will take time, but learn the skill slowly and you should be able to come up with this kind of course. And there are so many free courses available coming from the expert. For example, if you go to OpenLink website, find this course, design a world-class course. I'm a student in this course and I've learned a lot. This course was designed by the instructional designer using a proper instructional design approach, using the proper model, and just take this course and you are good to create your online course, reasonably good online course, okay? Where to find this course? Just go to Open Learning, Google Open Learning, find this course, I think on the first page, and just sign up and you become a student. It's free, okay? Okay, so that's a kind of online course that you can create. But is it, what other forms of teaching that you can do online? Is it must have a video? No, you don't have to. You can also create other form of or other format where you can teach online. So this is what I'm going to share now. Create original content and become a content creator. So don't you want to become the contributor to the world of the internet, contributing knowledge to the global learners? So yes, well, I'm showing my own example because it's easier. So this is my online, my YouTube channel, which I started in 2009. And since then, I have uploaded more than 300 plus videos. So this is to start with. Instead of maybe, if you are new to online, just start creating content. Learn how to create content, then upload to YouTube. Then slowly you can learn how to put the content together and design it as one complete online course. So start small, okay? Another way of how you can teach online, you can use a blogging platform. Okay, if you use a blogging platform, any blogging platform to start with, to have the experience, to have the feel teaching online. So maybe you don't have the confidence yet to create a video, to create a whole online course. Why not starting writing on a blog? Share your ideas, share your thought, share your experience, share your wisdom. You can start teaching from there. So for example, now I'm blogging on the platform called Medium. Okay, it's free, nothing to pay. You just sign up, then you can start writing and teaching even on Medium platform. And the best part is, if people read your blog article, you get paid. Where in the world we have, but this is the reality. I'm blogging on this platform not for money, but I get some money because people are reading my blog article.
Based on the views, is it? Based on the views?
Yes,
Click.
based on the views, based on the engagement, how long they read your article, and things like that. So
That's interesting.
yes. Explore Medium platform. But the point that I'm trying to say here, you don't have to create a video to teach. You don't have to create a complete course to teach. To start small, why not? Just teach on the blogging platform. So you can also create a full publication on Medium. You can create unlimited number of publication on Medium platform. Okay, so for example, here is one of the publication that I've created called Anecdotes of Academia. There's another big publication that I've created on Medium called Sustaining Planet Earth. Yet another publication called Digital Tools for Productivity. So I have three publications on Medium platform and my own personal blogging platform on Medium. It's so exciting, ladies and gentlemen, my dear colleagues, my dear friend. The world of online education, teaching online doesn't mean that you have to create one full course that you can call yourself teaching online, but you can teach in different format, different platform, different ways of doing it, and you don't have to start big. Sometimes it's good to be not so. It's not sometimes. Sometimes it's not good. It's not good to be so ambitious. It's good to be not so ambitious, because sometimes you want to do big thing, then you get overwhelmed, and you never get started.
Exactly true. And that has been my experience. Prof. Because we want to try and do so much, and in the end, nothing gets done. Yeah.
Yes,
so that's a very good, nice advice from you. Can I take some questions before you go on? Yeah, because I think this is very relevant.
Please interject me, because otherwise I will go on and on and on.
Exactly. No worries. So the question here is, which platform is the quickest way to start implementing MOOC? So is it open learning? So they're asking. And the second question there is, will online learning still gain traction after COVID-19? That's actually one of the questions that I have. So which is the platform, the quickest way if you want to do MOOC, MOOC? And then the person is asking, is it open learning or you have other platform? And then will online learning gain traction after COVID-19?
The first question I will answer later, because I'm coming to that.
Okay.
The second question, whether after COVID-19 or post-COVID-19, whether online will gain traction, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm optimistic about that, yes. I think this COVID-19 is a blessing in disguise. It's a hikmah. It's really pushing everyone, whether they like it or not, to do online. But I believe those who have never done online, and when they start doing it, at least some of them will feel that, hey, it's not that easy, it's not that difficult.
It's not that difficult.
This is good. Hey, this is exciting. So I think if not all, majority of people that have started doing online during this COVID-19 episode, they will continue to do that. They will be the new kind of advocates, maybe not advocates yet, but a new kind of practitioners, and later hopefully they will become the advocates. Then also will embrace online learning for good.
Okay, all right. So I'll let you continue because there are a few more. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm still talking about the platform. Just now I said, okay, those are platforms that you can teach apart from those like Coursera, the what Skillshare, the apa tadi, Udemy, and so on. So you
Yeah.
can also start small by doing teaching on the blogging platform like Medium. Or why not? You can start creating content in the form of slide, for example. Make sure there is no copyright issue, everything. Then create your space in SlideShare. So start teaching your content through this platform, and people can still learn something from your PowerPoint or your keynotes. Okay, that's very simple to do. It's not like apa ni, rocket science and something that very simple to do. Okay, so now the question just now, if I want to start MOOC, which platform is the easiest to start with? There are several platforms. Of course, if you are with the university or with the college or with the school, perhaps, then you have probably the institutional platform. Like in USM, we have this so-called eLearn. We call it eLearn at USM, which is based on Moodle, which is an open source. That's a good place to start. That's a good place to start because you have the technical support. Everything has been kind of prepared. You just everything ready. You just go in and start to upload your content and do whatever necessary. But you say that, oh, I'm an individual. I don't have any kind of institutional platform. So don't worry, fret not. The module that you see on the screen now, I create using Google Site. As simple as Google Site. I love Google Site. Google, if you are listening to this, you want to sponsor me because I'm saying this. I love Google Site. It's so simple to use. I have created most of my training, workshop, and so on. I create my module in Google Site. Okay, so this is an example. Edmodo. I don't know whether how many of you know about Edmodo. In the old days, many years ago, I started with Edmodo. I love Edmodo. I still love Edmodo, but now because I have more options. So, but if you want to start, Edmodo is a very good platform. They now become even better and better and better. So Edmodo is a free platform you can try if you want to use as a learning management system. Another one is Schoology. I'm still using Schoology until now. Now it's one of my favorite platform, and feel free to use it because it's free. Okay, it's a very good learning management system. Both Edmodo and Schoology is designed around the so-called social learning as a social learning platform. The elements of social, like the Facebook and so on, is there, but within the secured environment.
Right. So does it mean that we have to load our students in there? Our students must register there, right, Prof?
Yes.
The students must be in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, open learning. We have our MOOC on open learning. Open learning has been with us for a long time, and USM open learning, USM MOOC is still using open learning. USM micro credential is still using open learning, but open learning is no longer free. But I think open learning is the cheapest, perhaps for the time being, the best option that you can have if you want to create your MOOC. I'm not saying this because I'm a good friend with Adam Brimo, the CEO, but the fact that I think why I still love open learning, and it's the quickest way if you want to do your online course, open learning. Okay, and of course, if you want to teach online and you want to earn from your online course, which is totally possible, go to Udemy. They don't charge you anything. You just create your course, and it's a 50-50 profit sharing. Okay. Skillshare also free, but they have a different business model. Okay. So just go there and you can start teaching there and create your course for free. No hassle. Just do it. And another platform that I've discovered many years ago, I used to have a course here called Teachable and Thinkific. Teachable and Thinkific. These two platforms have a different business model. Here, you can sign up and create your own so-called academy or your own school. You pay them monthly, but any income that you get from your course will be yours, 100%. Okay? So between Teachable and Thinkific, it's difficult to recommend which one is better, but now I go for Thinkific for slightly some features that I like personally. So I've created my own academy here. So what you're looking on the screen now is my academy, online academy. I have not opened it yet. So this is called Upskilling Academy. Okay. So this is how it looks like. Okay. So this is my own academy, my own school. I have total control, and all the income, if I sell the course, would come to me, but I have to pay a fee to the platform. Okay. This is an example of the course that I have, ebook self-publishing for beginner. This is actually the expanded course that I have for free on the other platform, MOOC platform. But this one is more detailed, more expanded. And this is how it looks like in my own academy. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can create your own online academy using this platform, your own school, okay, so to speak. But you can also teach on Facebook. You can create a page and you can teach a course on Facebook. I think Anita can share more on this. She has more experience in this one. Those are the platform, Anita.
Yeah, so thank you. Wow, yeah, that's really an eye opener, Prof. Because to be able to choose the different platform, people have to start spending time, right? And what you have done to us is you have given us the total array of online course platform, and we just go and tinker with it. And I think that a lot of people are very happy. Yeah,
that's not all, Anita. That's not all. They're just the tips of the iceberg. I just actually share some of those so-called more popular platforms. There are more.
Okay.
Yeah. So you want to take one? I can take one or two questions before I proceed.
Okay. So maybe this one. I think this is quite important.
By the way, Anita, this is the last part of my presentation here, so I can take one or two questions now.
Okay. So there is this question about, can you suggest a model of blended learning? So let's say we want to do e-learning together with face-to-face. Do you have any tips or any thing that you can tell us, a model of blended learning? Any papers or any framework that we can go to? So that's one question.
Yes. Let's do one session on this one.
Yeah, I think so. It's a big one, right? It's a big one.
It's a big one. It's a big one.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to have another session with me, then I will refer you to this course. This one. Can you see on the screen now?
Right. Yeah.
Blended and flipped learning.
Yeah.
Okay. Or this one, flipped classroom, total classroom makeover. I have 2,000 students now there.
Okay.
All this one, the newer one, the newer version is this one.
Okay.
It's a very comprehensive one. So just go there and check it out. But of course, we can also have a session on this one separately, because this is actually a big thing.
I can see, yeah. And I think especially people want to know is they want to prepare for the next thing after COVID, yeah. So right now they are already doing online learning, and everything. And then what happened then? They go back to school, and then they have to now put together the face-to-face instruction together with blended online learning. So that will be more work to do then, yeah. But as I always mention to my colleagues, please assess your students' level first, and then see how they are taking it, rather than simply lump everything to your students. I think that's a common sense, right, Prof?
Yes,
common sense approach. Yeah.
Always know your students first.
Exactly. Okay, so I'll let you finish off this one before we can go on. Yeah, I'll scroll and get the questions for you.
Well,
Move on.
again, when we talk about online teaching online, if you are new to it, there's so much to learn. I've been
Yeah.
doing this for 30 years plus, and I am still learning, and there's still much more that I don't know. Okay, so let's learn together. So the last part of this presentation, I'd like to share some tips. I'm not diving very detailed into just some tips touching on the surface when designing your online course. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Okay. Um, when you download the PDF of the file, have a look at this link because it's clickable, and you will understand what I mean by keep it simple. This is actually a very creative lesson created by our staff, USM staff, just using a Google form. Just using a Google form. Oh, maybe I can just show very quickly, Anita. Yeah. You see, she used Google Form, which is free, part of your Google Drive. Okay. And actually, I've never come across my mind that you can use Google Form for this. Okay. So you see, okay, very simple. Then some instruction there. Then some
Yes.
content in the form of video. Then this video is very short, about 10 minutes.
Salam sejahtera.
PowerPoint and the video.
Kita nak bincang hari ini ialah
Okay, and then some activity, then some more content, video with PowerPoint, some more activity. So this is actually engaging the students actively. It's not just giving content, some more activity, then feedback,
Feedback.
reflections, done.
Wow.
Very
That's-
simple.
That's very interesting.
Yes,
Very interesting.
using Google Form, and the students can actually, even if the low bandwidth, low internet connection speed, they can still view this on their phone. Okay, so that's why I mean simplicity. Keep it simple. Simplicity is what they call it. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication, right? So keep it simple. Keep it short. If you make a video, keep it short, like 10 minutes just now, or 3 minutes if you can, 5 minutes. So between 3 to 10 minutes. Keep it light. So if you have a video that you want to deliver to your course, compress it, optimize it. I have a video on my YouTube channel showing how to compress the video so that your student with the lowest internet speed can also view it, efficiently. So there you are. Keep it simple, keep it short, keep it light. And sometimes I don't want my talk on this one. Less is more. But this is a challenge that we try to deliver more with less. So less is more. So meaning that can you make your 1 hour class into like maybe 2 short video, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. So shorter, but still you can cover a lot of things in that shorter video. So that's what is less is more. Or you can design as a series of activities rather than giving them content. You can design a series of activities. By doing the activities, the student will learn. So this is a concept of getting the students to do and then getting them to construct their own knowledge and create their own meaning. So with constructivist kind of approach. So less is more, remember that. But sometimes there are times when we want more. Okay, so we want more engagement. We want more meaningful activities. We want more maybe meaningful assessment. Okay, so we need to balance. Less is more when we want more, so that we don't get caught. We don't get caught in cognitive overload. So right now we have 1 hour plus already the session. So perhaps you have reached that level of cognitive overload, right? So this is something that we need to be careful when we design not only online course, even our face-to-face course as well. Be mindful of this so-called cognitive overload. Tools. Remember, I said learn the tools, but you don't have to learn 10 or 50 tools. Just learn the most critical one and use them effectively. Now, some people say a fool with a tool is still a fool. So you just need to learn 3 or 4 or the most 5 different tools and use them effectively. But make sure that whatever tools that you use to develop your course, the application, make sure your students can view that on their phone. Okay. So remember, this is a very important thing that I want to end on this presentation, on the very important message here. Don't focus on covering the syllabus. Don't focus on so much on covering the content and giving them content as much as you can. You stuff those content in their head. But maybe you want to design a series of activities, okay, and empower the students to uncover the content by doing the activities. So that's a different concept, a flip kind of concept. Instead of the teacher to cover the content, let the students uncover the content, but we take the role to design the whole course in such a way that they will be able to uncover the content by doing all these learning activities, assessment, and so on. So finally, I capture also this screen from Facebook from Dr. Hanimi Zainuddin. He shared yesterday online, very good one, just in time when I was preparing this presentation. Key characteristics of expert and novice online instructors. Expert instructors, novice instructors. So you know who you are, okay? So look at the characteristics here. Maybe you can relate to one of these. If you are here now, worry not. It's a matter of time. If you have the motivation, if we are in the right circle of friends, if you know, in the right circle of experts, learn, practice. Soon you will migrate, you move from novice instructors to become expert instructors. Don't worry, everyone always start with 0.
Yep.
Okay. And the last few slides, I just want to end on this note. The 3 methods we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is the noblest. Second, by imitation, which is the easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. The summary, some of the take-home points. Be a learner first. If you want to teach, be a learner first. To teach is to learn twice. Okay? To teach is to learn twice. And the best way to learn is to teach. Share whatever little knowledge you have. Don't wait until you say, oh, I'm not an expert. Oh, I'm not ready. Oh, I'm not tech savvy. Then forever, you'll never get started. So start today. Don't wait. Share whatever little knowledge you have. Start small. Sometimes it's good not to be too ambitious because sometimes you get overwhelmed trying to be too ambitious, trying to do so much, and you'll never get started also. Practice. Leverage the experts and practitioners. Be in the right circle. Be humble to learn from them because we always learn from each other. Create and curate compelling content. Maybe I missed the slide, I don't know. I don't really talk much about curate, but basically curate meaning that, kind of partly compiling the things and sharing with other people, but that's only part of the curation. Ride on the momentum means when you get started and you start teaching online during this COVID-19, maybe you have never done online, but after COVID, do you want to stop? Please don't stop. Carry on, ride on the momentum. And finally, don't stop learning, stay humble, and finally, stay safe. And from Steve Jobs, this the compulsory slide that I have on all my presentation, stay hungry. Stay hungry for what? Stay hungry for knowledge. Learn. Stay foolish, because you stay foolish, then you'll always be creative, innovative, and crazy like the old days scientists. Because of their craziness, we get all the invention that we enjoy nowadays as the technology. And finally, my words, own work stay strong. Thank you very much. And the last slide here is the one that I have
Yeah.
promised earlier. Maybe you want to capture with the camera.
Yeah.
The most important link is the link to download the PowerPoint,
Mm.
and this align the link to my online course that
Okay.
I shared earlier. Yeah, thank you very much.
And
Yeah.
thank you so much, Pro. And I will need the link later so that I can
Okay.
paste in the comment
Mm.
section. Yeah, so everybody
Okay.
can do. Wow, Prof, this has been our most enlightening and the most engaged webinar so far. And I can see the reason why. One is because you are, of course, very famous. So ever since yesterday that we started sharing, and I've got overwhelmed questions already. And I say, oh my God, now I really have to do this. And another is because people are really, really not clear on what to do, especially during this time, right? And your session just now has actually shared with us, okay, I'm going to remove the screen, right? So that we, and your screen sharing just now has been, all the content that you gave. Wow, imagine 30 years of learning, yeah, and teaching the content and online. Thank you so much, for I can never relay our appreciation to all the things that you have shared with us. Yeah, so maybe I will just take one more because I
Okay.
think this is very important, and the rest later I can link them to you. Student attention span is usually not more than 30 minutes. So any advice on this? Are we supposed to design micro learning? Are we supposed to chop our instruction into small pieces? What's your take on this, bro?
Uh, just a quick one. Um,
Student attention span, yeah,
yeah,
very
yeah.
very low,
If,
yeah.
if you if you
Hmm.
allow me to, are we sharing the screen lagi? Are we still sharing the screen?
Oh yeah, yeah. I can show you. I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a quick one.
Yeah.
I just want to show my blog on Medium here. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, your screen is visible. Yeah, we can see.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
I just want to point out the one article here. Um, um, mana dia? That's the article I mentioned. Social media. This one. Social media and the dwindling attention span. 30 minutes. Wow. If you have the attention span of our students 30 minutes, we are lucky. You know the research by which abangnya? It doesn't. It's not here. The research by Microsoft Canada back in 2000, when was it, a few years ago. You know what they found? This is actually a very big survey by Microsoft Corporation in Canada. They found what? An average human attention span is 9 seconds. And the goldfish has an attention span of 8 seconds. So meaning that the average attention span of adult learners now, our students, only 9 seconds. Imagine this in the face-to-face situation, as well as in the as well as in the online. Only 8 seconds, Anita, 9
Yeah.
seconds. So
Maybe, Prof, is it maybe because of the a lot of social media like Twitter, Instagram, they keep scrolling the content every day, right? And that makes the brain works differently than us, at least the boomers, right? So
exactly.
because I noticed that in my children's everyday life, they very quickly they can absorb things, but at the same time they also have very short attention span.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
as
think
educators we need
I
to,
think
yeah.
there's another area where we need to learn, not only because of we're doing online, even in the face-to-face situation. There's a lot of research on neuroscience of learning now,
Yep.
and I think we need. I'm also reading now on this neuroscience of learning, especially in the context of online learning. And there's one book by John Medina. many years ago. You can find the book now online also. John Medina 10 minutes rule. 10 minutes rule. So if you read about that, how the brains kind of, connected, disconnected, things like that, the wiring of the brain and so on. So I think we need now to understand more and more on how the brain work, especially the context of online now, so that once we have that understanding, we can design our online course or our face-to-face course even, having that understanding in mind.
Yeah, thank you so much, Prof. So I'm gonna end here, because if I won't end here, this will go, will take a lot of your time. But thank you so much, Prof. There are questions still, but then I think I'm gonna link these questions. They are requesting you to have another session of Google Classroom. So I promise that I will talk to you first, ask your time first, see how it goes. Yeah,
Google Site or
Google
Google Classroom?
Google Classroom. The use
Google
of Google Classroom. Yeah, so maybe I don't know how we gonna, and perhaps what I want them to do is to link them to your courses, yeah, the one that you have already prepared, and then see how that will work out for you. Yeah, and we are actually so appreciative of the fact that this is the time to connect with you, otherwise you'll be busy with your faculty work. Thank you so much, Prof. This has been the most wonderful session I've had. Yeah, because I've done 5 or 6 sessions before, but yours is the most popular. So the recording will remain in the SG. Yeah, this recording will remain in the SG, but I will then download it and put it in my YouTube, and then I will send the link to you. Yeah, so that you can then put in your own website or something. So thank you so much, Prof. Is there any last final advice to most of the educators, the audience right now? What's your last advice?
Thank you to you. Thank you for having me. And thank you to all the participants for staying until the end. I just want to say that let's learn together. So please join our Facebook, Aspiring Young Academics.
Yep, I'm going to put the link. Yeah.
Maybe Anita, you can put the link, Aspiring Young Academic. And please visit my website, profkarim.com, because from there, the long list of links where I have my presence on the web. And especially I'd like to invite you to also come to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'll be sharing a lot of things and you'll get notified. So as my last words, never stop learning, because the moment you cease or you stop learning, then that's the moment you are dying. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Prof. Please stay safe and stay, what's the word? Yeah, stay productive during COVID-19. I'm following all your work, and I'm going to put all the links in the SG soon. Thank you so much, Prof. Assalamualaikum. Thanks to all our viewers too. Bye.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.